Hi Stampers, this is Dawn and today we're going to do the inside banner pop-out card, and we're using the brand new Nothing's Better Than with the chocolate chip cookies. Oh my gosh, this card is like covered in chocolate chip cookies. So the front of it says love you more than cookies, and then you open it up. A day without cookies is like, just kidding, I have no idea. So we're going to make this inside part as well as the front of the card today. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, let's start with the base. This is cut at, and this is the Whisper White. This is cut at 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then the front layers, the Early Espresso is cut at 3 3/4 by 5. And then a piece of Whisper White, which is cut at 3.5 by 4 3/4. And then we're going to need 4 squares of Whisper White. These are cut at 1 7/8 by 1 7/8. You need 4. And then 4 of the Early Espresso cut at 2 by 2. 4 of those. And then we're going to use this piece of Early Espresso, and this is just scrap. And then I'm also using the multi-adhesive sheets, and there's a brand new adhesive sheets in the annual catalog, but these are the ones that I have on hand. So, but they're exactly the same. All right, and then you're also going to need a little strip for the inside, which is cut at 1 by 8.5. Okay, so let's go ahead first and die cut and stamp our images first. Okay, so I'm going to be using the Early Espresso Classic ink for my cookies, and we're going to stamp on this piece of scrap first. We're going to go ahead and stamp our cookies. I'm just going to stamp a couple of them. I've already cut out, I think I cut out 4 of them for the front of the card. So I'm going to stamp 2 of them, and then I'm going to go ahead and color them with the Stampin' Blends. And this is the Crumb Cake in the light. So I'm going to go ahead and color these 2. Okay, so there's our cookies. All right, now let's go ahead and put our Early Espresso piece of cardstock to our adhesive sheet. And you're just going to peel one side back on the adhesive sheet. And this is the sticky side, which you can tell that's really super sticky. And then we're going to lay this down onto the cardstock, because the Early Espresso is what I'm using to punch out the cookies, the word cookies. And I'm going to go ahead and take my bone folder, and I'm going to burnish this adhesive sheet across this Early Espresso cardstock, so that adhesive really sticks to that cardstock really nicely. So even though I'm going to be using it just for one word, I can still use the rest of the piece of the adhesive and the Early Espresso with another word if I wanted to. All right, so let's go ahead and grab our die cutting machine. Okay, so these are the items that I'm using. Nothing's better than the stamp set, which is adorable. You can put so many of these greetings together to make a phrase or whatever cute little greeting you want. I'm using a day without, and then cookies is like, just kidding, I have no idea. So that's right there, okay? And then also with the dies, love you more than, if you buy them together, you'll save 10%. And we're going to use this love you more, which I've already die cut. And I'm just going to die cut the cookies with the Early Espresso piece, and then we're going to cut out the cookies. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out the cookies first. Okay, so now we're going to cut the cookies, the word cookies out. Remember, we put that adhesive sheet on the back side of the Early Espresso. And we're going to go ahead and cut out just the word cookies. And like I said, even though the word is small and the big piece of Early Espresso, I can use that for another piece, say for the chocolate or whatever word I want to cut out that's got adhesive on the back, which makes it nice. And I'm running it through a couple times just to make sure that it cuts, since it's 2 layers. You have the cardstock and the adhesive sheet. And it's stuck up in there. All right, so let's go ahead and move the Big Shot. All right, so I have my, take your pick tool. I'm going to get my die over here and just pop that out. Comes out really easy. Okay, so there's my word cookies. Now this has already got the adhesive on the back. So that will save you time from having to put the liquid adhesive on the back, and it will hold it down. The whole word will be sealed down onto the front of the card. All right, so let's bring in our squares to finish off the stamping part of the inside of the card. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in 3 of my squares because I've already started stamping on one of the squares, which looks like this. So these are the stamps I'm using for the inside. So one of the squares we're going to stamp a day without. I'm going to stamp this in the top corner. So it's like a day without cookies. And once again, you could use any of the words that are in this stamp set. It's adorable. Okay, so a day without cookies. And then on the last square, we're going to stamp, it's like, just kidding, I have no idea. So I'm going to stamp that right in the center. And then I'm also going to take the cookie stamp again. I'm just going to stamp randomly around the greetings and also on this one like I did this one. So let me go ahead and do that. So cute. All right, then let me go ahead and color all the cookies in with the Crumb Cake Light again, with the Stampin' Blends. Okay. All right, then we're going to add these 4 squares to the early espresso squares. Let me grab my adhesive and do that. Okay. All right, now let's grab our strip that's going to go on the inside of the card. Okay, so remember this piece is the 1 by 8.5. So what you're going to do is you're just going to fold this in half. Or if you want to score it at 4 1/4. Okay, then you're going to open it up and then you're going to take each of the ends and fold it to the center. Just like that. So then when you're done, it should be like a W. So let me show you here. So this is your W. Can you see that? That's what the inside for the banner that pops up is going to be like when you're going to add it into the card, okay? All right, now let's grab our base of our card. And we're going to go ahead and put this on the inside. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put adhesive. So this is the way it's going to go inside the card right here. Right, just like this. So we're going to fold it up and we're going to put adhesive on one side. And then we're going to position this over to the edge of the inside of the card. Just like that. And then this side right here, we're going to put adhesive on and we're going to close the card. Okay. And then each section of this little banner pop out, you're going to put your cookies. And I'm going to start with the one, a day without cookies, right here on the front. And I'm going to put the adhesive on each of the blocks. And I'm going to put the adhesive towards the center of each of the sections that we folded, because that's where all the squares are going to go. Okay. So the first one is going to have a day without cookies. And then the other one is just going to have the group of cookies. And you're positioning them between those fold lines. And then the other set of cookies. And I want them all positioned differently. Okay, let me set this one like this. So cute. And then the last one is like, just kidding, I have no idea. So then this is going to be the way the card's going to fold and then open up. Isn't that awesome? All right, now to decorate the front, let me grab my panels. Okay, so this is the early espresso, and I've already started on the Love You More Than. So we're going to add the cookies. So I want to show you what I did for that. So I'm going to grab my, take your pick tool again. Remember, this has a die brush adapter that you can get. Actually, got to that out right there. All right, so we're just going to pick one of the corners of the letters of the backing on the back side of the early espresso, and then that paper should lift from the adhesive, just like that. And then I'm just going to go ahead and stick this word cookies right on the front, making sure it's straight. And then once I get all my words on there, love you more than cookies, I'm going to go ahead and stamp again. Let me grab my cookie back out. And we're just going to randomly stamp a few cookies around the edges, and then we're going to pop up the other cookies to fill in the space. Okay, so cute. All right, then we're going to grab some dimensionals. I'm going to put some cookies more on the front. I'm just going to put one dimensional on the back side and just randomly fill those in where the white space is on the card on the front. And I think I die cut 4 out, so I have plenty. Here's the other ones I die cut out. I think 3 or 4 would be plenty enough. Just like that. Isn't that cute? All right, then we're going to go ahead and put this onto the early espresso piece. So this card would definitely go to the cookie lover in your life. This is like overloaded with chocolate chip cookies, which is so cute. Okay, so there's the front. Love you more than cookies. Then the inside. A day without cookies is like, just kidding, I have no idea. So you can sign here, or you can sign in the back as well. But isn't that adorable? I love it. Okay, so let me show you the other one again. So here's the one I made previously. Same card. So adorable. All right, so if you have any questions, just let me know, and I'll have all the items listed down below. And then don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any future videos. Okay, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you later. Bye.